viewers, welcome to tuning in with CGTN New Media. We're here today bring you a very special show. It's also part of our Into Xinjiang special coverage. Hope you can see this big gate here, and through this gate we bring you a very ancient city. Once again, this is in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and today it's an episode of our TGIF John Dairy, and we show you a little bit more fun, the beauty, the charm of this ancient city, and also through this gate we let you know more about the Kashgar ancient city. So you're looking at this is the main gate to this city, and also we will also start our John Dairy from this point. And once again, welcome to the ancient city of Kashgar. And there is a saying in Kashgar that goes, one who has never been to Kashgar has never been to Xinjiang. The ancient city of Kashgar, well protected under a government-sponsored renovation project in 2010, is considered the center of the Kashgar city, whose mesmerizing culture and distinctive architectural styles attracts millions of visitors to experience the charm of the ancient city every year. So right now we entered to this ancient city, and also CGTN John Dairy today brings you through the ancient town, which played a key role in the ancient Silk Road over 2,000 years ago. So looking at this is the Wiley Way inside the city, or this ancient town here. And located in the far west of China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, Kashgar is one of China's westernmost cities. It was a trade hub on the legendary Silk Road that connected ancient China to the west. The ancient city of Kashgar, well protected under the A projects that initiated and sponsored by the government in 2010, and right now this is considered as the center of the whole Kashgar place. And looking at this is the buildings inside this ancient town. Normally this kind of building is like for the first floor that could be used for the locals to do the business, to open a shop, and also for the second and the third floor that will be the place they're living in. And looking at this vast place, although at the very far we could see the modern sky-tall buildings, but still looking at this place, this is really like locked in the past time, bring you different look, different sound of the time, and also we can know more about the culture here and also the tradition of Kashgar. Once again, this is considered as the center of the whole Kashgar, and this is the ancient city. We call it the ancient city of Kashgar, and once again it's renovated in 2010, sponsored by the government. So today we will find out more about what it's like in the ancient city of Kashgar and what is so special about this ancient city. And Kashgar is an oasis city in the Tarim Basin region of southern Xinjiang, and it's one of the westernmost cities of China, near the border with Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Pakistan. With a population of over 500,000, Kashgar has served as a trading post and strategically important city on the Silk Road between China and the Middle East and Europe for over 2,000 years, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. And the city has also been the site of a number of battles between various groups of people in the history, and now is administrated as a county-level unit. Kashgar is the administrative center of Kashgar Prefecture, which has an area covering about 63,000 square meters. And the city also was made into a special economic zone in 2010, the only city in Western China with this distinction. And also it's a part of a major project connecting in China and Pakistan. So this is also a route along the China-Pakistan economic corridor. And in 2010, Kashgar became the only special economic zone in Western China. Development has been rapidly in recent years as the city aims to become an international metropolis. So looking at Kashgar's old city, has been known for centuries as a unique ancient city in Central Asia. Most know the place for its Silk Road charm and mud brick houses. As you're looking at here, we zoom in to bring you more looks, and you could see that people actually, the locals do live inside the mud brick houses, and they open shops, like you can see that the coffee shops or the restaurants at the front and also the ground floor, and for the second and the third floor, even the roof, that's their own houses. So they also live in this house. So these mud brick houses and friendly vigor neighborhoods really make this ancient city vivid and also a tourist-friendly place. Kashgar's old city history has been resilient in the face of passing time, but there are few places in the world that are immune from modern development. The mud brick alleyways, as you're looking at here from this angle, were quaint and also quite enjoyable to walk through. And they looked old, yes, but there were never the impression that they were falling down. So this is really bring the additional charm or that uniqueness of this whole city. And also local people by opening shops or the souvenir plates, so they can make livings and also to maintain their own lifestyles. So we're always saying that a trip to Xinjiang is never complete without a visit to Kashgar. And this is an oasis city with a history of over 2,000 years. And it has one of the world's largest earth building complexes, covering 8 square kilometers. And over 220,000 locals have been living in the maze-like area for generations. And Kashgar used to be a traffic hub and trading post on the ancient Silk Road. And now those age-old building complexes have been restored and become a top-level, this 5A level tourist site. Kashgar is also modernizing itself very fast, making it even more attractive to tourists. And growing is the word used to describe the local tourism industry of Kashgar. And once again, this is the city located in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. And Kashgar is mostly known for being a historical corridor connecting traders from Pakistan, the Middle East, and Central Asia with China. And Kashgar still remains an ambience of the past, despite the obvious changes and modernization. So Kashgar's ancient old town, which was renovated around a decade ago, has become a focal point for travelers hoping to get an experience of all things Xinjiang, including the dance and music, and also these age-old buildings and the whole places. This is the Kashgar ancient city or Kashgar's old city. So this is a very unique place, not only in Xinjiang in China, also in Central Asia. And the mud brick houses and also that mud brick alleyways all look very quaintly and also very enjoyably to walk through. So it's kind of like a maze place, but it's not that hard to find your way out, but still that's very joyful that workout or access for yourself to walk through the different alleyways to explore the charm and the beauty of this ancient city. So looking at from this angle, and this is how it looks like when you entered through the gate. In the process of encouraging tourism development, especially in the ancient old town, the local officials have also been able to use initiative to address the poverty alleviation efforts and also to increase the household incomes for locals. So the old and new, from this angle you can see the old and new, the past and the present, all can be found here in Kashgar. Once key to the old Silk Road, and today a city with a very 21st century features. You're looking at the very modern buildings, but also at the same frame, also looking at these age-old buildings. That's mud brick buildings. So that's really tell you the story, the past, the present, and also the history and charm of this city in a whole. So looking at it, this is really a mixture of heritage and modern time features, passion and wilderness. So that's where the city of Kashgar sits. That's also considered as the vibrant part of the ancient Silk Road. And also looking at this is give you another angle of this city. Looking at this, a large number of mud bricks buildings, houses for the locals, and also a very easy walking through at the valleys or the valley passes. So in the center of the tranquil oasis, which borders the Taklamagan to the east and the Parmil to the west, is the renowned old city here you're looking at. And that's an ancient city built on rammed earth houses and interlaced narrow alleyways. So here the majority of the population is mostly Uyghurs. And the old city is spanning 4.25 square kilometers. And it seems to have been preserved from modern design. So in the maze, where hundreds of footpaths went to residential houses, that you always feel yourself walking inside this maze, this ancient city. It's like you traveled back in a time machine. But also looking at in the same frame, looking at very modern, the constructions, the TV towers, but also at the foot of these modern buildings. That's a city traveled 2,000 years ago. So that's really give you a time machine from this angle through our John Diary. We bring you back throughout the time to enjoy the beauty of this ancient city with a key role played in the ancient Silk Road. Still, we talk about the Kashgar Old City is one of the few places that have remained immune from the passage of time, with cultural heritages surviving the rise and fall of a historic history encompassing more than 2,000 years. Arrays of workshops for wooden vessels, a pottery ware, a copperware, and embroideries are lined along the market streets, and we'll also show you the market streets later in the show for sure. And new life here for Kashgar ancient cities also started. The whole city renovated in 2010 and also considered as a special economic zone here as well. So the whole place is well protected under the government-sponsored renovation project in 2010. And looking at it, this is the place considered the center of the main city in northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. With memorizing culture and distinctive architectural styles, it attracts millions of visitors every year. And locals' living conditions in Kashgar have also been greatly improved over the past few years. So looking at this is really a place, feels like it's a place out of time, continuing with centuries of tradition. Modernity is also pervading the region, not just with consumer goods, such as phones or smartphones, but through technology that has connected this isolated place to the outside world. And the Silk Road of today is no longer just a system of roads and sandy trails, but a digital network that sees locals trading with customers within China, throughout Central Asia, and beyond. And also this is the place that's a 5A level, the top level tourism site. And this 5A tourist attraction of Kashgar Ancient City was established in 2015 with a few shops and tourists at the very beginning. But now there are hundreds of local specialty shops opened by the residents who are living inside the ancient city. And the average flow of tourists before COVID was more than 10,000 per day, and even got to about 60,000 per day during the Golden Week of the National Day holiday. And looking at it, this is a wall of the ancient city, and we're looking at there are a lot of the greenery and flora scenes. Once again, this is a city immune from the passage of time, really bring you that tranquil charm, quaint feelings. Once again, you're looking at this is the ancient city of Kashgar in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and is one of the most popular tourist attractions in China. In 2015, it officially became a national 5A top-level tourist attraction. That's the highest level in the rating categories used by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. And living conditions there have also greatly been improved over the past years. Looking at this is the ancient city, and in the center of the tranquil oasis, which borders the Taklamagan to the east and the Pamil to the west. It's a renowned old city, an ancient city built on the rammed earth houses and interlaced narrow alleyways. So the old city is spanning 4.25 square kilometers, and it also seems to have been preserved from modern desire. And also in the maze, where hundreds of foot passes went to the residential houses, it always makes you feel that you are right now traveling back in a time machine. And we also will right now bring you one of the street here, so you can see more about the different angles, different look of this ancient city, and also we bring you more shops here as well. So there are a lot of specialties, especially the things you only can find in Xinjiang, and are available here. So we talk about there's not only the beddings or the coffee shops. sold here, and the beauty hand-woven rugs reminiscent of the Persian or Afghan counterparts, painted earth ports, silk scarves with delicate embroideries, and also the pelts of floral hats, and also the delicate vigor musical instruments, and an assortment of species, tea leaves, dried fruits, nuts added color to this hostile and bustling place of the sandy oasis. And also looking at here, they also sell the local customs, the local dresses, handmade works. So if you stay in Kashgar and also travel or walk along the different alleyways, you will get a sense of the bustling commerce and made this city one of the greatest trade hubs in ancient times. From the 2nd century BC to the 15th century AD, Kashgar was a crucial stop for merchants and their caravans along the Silk Road. The oasis town where the Taklamakan Desert meets the Tian Shan Mountains was ideal for both rest and business. So these commercial activities encourage locals to open up markets, trade with the different merchants who unloaded silks, species, and even the products from the Europe and Middle East. And the famed Marco Polo also had reported pass through in the 13th century, remarking on Kashgar's importance as a trading hub in Central Asia. So we're looking at this today. The Kashgar today feels like it's a place out of time, continuing with centuries of tradition. Modernity is also pervading the region, not just with consumer goods such as phones, but through a technology that has connected this isolation region to the outside world. The Silk Road of today is no longer just a road, a system of roads and sandy trails, but a digital network that sees locals trading with customers within China, throughout Central Asia, and beyond. However, it's really hard to believe that this area looked completely different several years ago. So the streets here looks very narrow, and the infrastructure was simple, and also couple years ago, and there were even no tap water inside their houses, locals' houses. The 5A, the top-level tourist attraction of Kashgar Ancient City, was established in 2015 with just few shops and tourists at the beginning, but now you're looking at hundreds of local specialty shops opened by the residents who are living in the ancient city. So the reason behind this dramatic turnover is that the Kashgar Ancient City Comprehensive Treatment Project play a major role in the development of this region. The total investment of the project is nearly $1 billion, which was used to renovate and protect dilapidated houses and build about 5 million square meters of new infrastructures in the ancient city that houses about 49,000 households. So this is an ancient city with a history of more than 2,000 years. And the ancient city, the houses before actually was not quake resistant. We talk about these places. The ancient city is located in the earthquake-prone area in western Xinjiang. So after local investigations and research, the project for the ancient city was launched in 2010 to make the buildings, the renovated buildings, to make them strong enough to, and also in resilience to the earthquake. And since then, the ancient city have attracted more tourists from around China and foreign countries, and the residents' income and employment have been improved by their businesses. So this is really a great project, and also the UNESCO office in China has hailed the ancient city's renovation as a rare and admirable project, which has also adopted positive measures against earthquakes and other disasters. But still, we talk about that successful renovation and protection of the old city. This ancient city in Kashgar just a macrocosm of Xinjiang's development, where people are taking actions to express their respect for their history and culture. Once again, you're looking at, this is a place located in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and it's called Kashgar. And Kashgar is close to Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan borders, meaning it's long been a gateway into China and a trading hub. In 2010, Kashgar was made into the only special economic zone in Western China, and the city has rapidly developed in recent years as it aims to become international metropolis. It's also a place of beauty where old meets new, as from different angles in our drone diary showed our viewers. We talk about Kashgar is a Uyghur town full of friendly Uyghur people, and for that reason, it's still not just for seeing the old buildings, but also a lot of things waiting for you to explore here. So the old town, the old city is charming, and you always can enjoy meeting people in the streets and visiting the various stores along the way. And also you can even take time to see Uyghur tightrope walking, known as davas. And also, we talk about it's a TGIF, drone diary. So let's also talk about the cuisines. The cuisines, food here is a very important name card for a city. As the westernmost city in China, Kashgar is famous for its wonderful, diversified, and delicious local cuisine. So Kashgar is known as a hub of communication and exchange for different cultures and civilizations, while the city's cuisine reflects the cooking styles of different ethnic groups in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Different ethnic groups in Xinjiang have different cooking and eating methods. As the largest population in Kashgar, it's more than 90%, the Uyghur food dominates the city, and the food is characterized by mutton, beef, chicken, carrots, tomatoes, peppers, onions, and other dairy foods. So many Uyghur dishes are influenced by other ethnic groups in both Xinjiang and Central Asia, and popular local dishes are welcomed by both local residents and travelers. And the most famous and popular Uyghur food in Kashgar and Xinjiang is kebab. And the kebab can be found in streets, bazaars, and restaurants in Kashgar. and is favored by both Uyghur and Han residents. And also we talk about the the ancient city of Kashgar in northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region is also home to the famous Kashgar night market. So the market that usually draws hundreds of thousands of tourists and locals throughout the year and has seen hard times amid the COVID-19 pandemic. But with the situation under control, right now the hustling and the bustling of the bazaar has resumed. And hope one day you can also visit this place to enjoy the sights, smells, and flavors here in this ancient city of Kashgar. So still we talk about this is a city and immune of the passage of time. And the historical importance of Kashgar has primarily been linked to its significance as a trading center, located at the foot of Pamir Mountains between a vast desert and immense mountain range. Kashgar was once an isolated oasis on the long trade route across the Asian continent. It was a major hub along the Great Silk Road as the northern and southern Silk routes crossed here and caravans departed for Central Asia, India, Pakistan, and ancient Persia. Kashgar's livestock market still has the reputation to be one of the largest and most colorful markets in the region. And still we talk about from different angle. We hope to bring you that looking at this is the ancient city. It's look very tranquil. It's very quaint, but also not far away from here. And also hope to see that actually in the same frame, looking at that modernized buildings, the old and the new, the past and the present, all can be found in Kashgar. And still once, this is a key to the old Silk Road, and today it's a city with very 21st century features. And I hope that through our joint diary today, our viewers can experience unique charm of the ancient city of Kashgar in northwest China's Xinjiang. And this ancient city of Kashgar is a national 5A tourist attraction and covers an area of 20 square kilometers, located in the center of Kashgar in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. And its famous pagodas, the mosques, and other magnificent landscapes are a testament to the thousand-year history of Western China. And also CGTN Drone Diary, part of our special coverage into Xinjiang, hopes to provide a way for our viewers to explore the ancient city of Kashgar and learn about its long history, rich culture, and unique custom. So yes, please visit Kashgar. There is much more to see beyond this, just the old city. And we'll bring you this charm, the beauty of Xinjiang. So from different angles through our different episode of Drone Diary, hope our viewers can learn a little bit more about Xinjiang, and hope if you got a chance, please do visit, because we always talk about if you haven't visited the Kashgar, it means like you've never been to Xinjiang. So this is a must-go place. So looking at once again from this angle, we talk about this is an ancient city with more than 2,000 years of history, and these mud bricks buildings and also the alleyways all tell you that the tradition of Xinjiang here. And also we talk about the pole places, just like you taking on a time machine back to the time to enjoy this very peaceful and also charm of time, and also help you put yourself in the past history, in the ancient time. But also at the same time, you also can enjoy the local cuisines and also appreciate the local masters. Actually, they are the residents here in this ancient city, and they actually have a quite good technical skills to make these specialties that you only can find here in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. And we leave you with more beautiful arrow wheels of Kashgar. And that's all for this edition of Joan Diary. And thank you for watching, and bye for now.